Hello, I'm Laura, and I teach at the Hayes YMCA in Buda. And this is Matt. He is also a trainer here. And today we're going to do a Yin Yoga sequence for the hips and upper back. So I hope you join us. Hop on your mat. You can grab a blanket or a towel. Also, you'll need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, you can use whatever you have that's that size. Maybe a couple books, or you can use some packages of toilet paper. I know that most people have that. So we're going to start in child's pose. So the way you do that, this is Matt's first class, so I'm going to talk him through it. You're going to come down to your knees, and you're going to take your knees wide. So turn on your mat the other way. There you go. Take your knees wide and your toes touching. Toes touching behind you. And then rest your chest down to the mat and stretch your hands down the mat. Rest your forehead down to the mat. There you go. And begin to sink your hips down toward your heels. Take a couple deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. If this starts to hurt your knees at all, if you have any knee pain, what we can do is take a blanket or your towel, roll it up, and place it behind the knees. It will elevate your hips and hopefully make that knee pain go away. So just let me know if you need that, okay, Matt? From here, we'll just begin to arrive on your mat. Notice the space around you. Begin to notice your breath. Notice your body, where you're feeling any tension. Imagine each exhale is releasing that tension. Begin to notice your emotions. How are you feeling today? And bring awareness to your thoughts. Imagine your thoughts and emotions are just flowing through your mind without judgment. From here, I just want you to make a small adjustment. Take your toes apart. They don't have to go that far apart, or you can take them further apart in line with your knees, so they're coming directly out of the knee socket in a straight line. That should change the sensation in your hips. I'm going to stay here for about 5 more breaths. While you're breathing in this pose, I'll read you a little quote from The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. It's a great book. If you can read it or listen to it, I would recommend it. And it says, "You are not your thoughts. You are simply aware of your thoughts." Same with your emotions. See if you can notice and become aware of those thoughts and emotions today during your practice. Take one more deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. And then press up to hands and knees, tabletop. Take your time. We always move slow out of these yin postures. Once you get to tabletop, you're just going to sway your hips off the mat to one side. And then slowly bring them back to the other side. Just moving back and forth. Good. Once you feel balanced, come back to that tabletop position. And you're going to step the right foot in between your hands, coming into a low lunge. So grab those blocks and place one block under each hand. I would keep them on the highest height at first. You can lift the chest, press the hips forward and down. Good. This is going to go against your personal training, probably that you tell your members, but in this yin class, it's okay to take the knee over the toes. So you can press forward, just take it slow. This class is about going to where you feel a sensation and then you relax into the sensation. It is not about going as deep as you possibly can. So just go to where you feel a sensation and then begin to relax the muscles around where you're feeling the sensation. Good. Now bring the knee back in line with the ankle. And from here, you're going to come up onto the outer edge of the right foot. So you're just going to push that right knee out to the side. There you go. And then see if you can drop your hips a little bit closer to the ground. You can sink down a little bit closer to the mat and stay on the outer edge of that right foot. There you go. So your upper body may start to twist toward that right knee, and that's totally fine. Just let it twist on over. All right, re-straighten that knee, and we're going to walk that right foot out to where you have that block on the right side. So keep it just how you had it. You're just going to walk it over to the right and bring both blocks to the inside of that right foot. There you go. So now you have like a wider stance on your feet. And again, see if you can bring that left knee back behind you a little bit and sink your hips a little bit closer down to the ground. There you go. How does that feel? Good? All right, now try to relax your shoulders and drop your chin to your chest. Stay here and take a few deep breaths. And allow your breath to become soft and gentle. Here for 10 more breaths. Just allow those thoughts and emotions to flow. Next inhale, slowly come back up to center. And you're going to bring that right knee back down next to your left. And you can come back down to tabletop for a moment and sway your hip side to side, or maybe stretch one heel back at a time, keeping the toes on the ground. Just kind of whatever counter stretch feels nice for you. All right, once you feel balanced, we get to do it on the other side. Yay! Take your left foot forward in between your hands. And you can walk that right knee back slightly. Good. Just stay here for a couple breaths. And then reach for those blocks. You can place the blocks under your hands alongside your foot. You can lift the chest, drop the shoulders. Good. Do a lot of sitting. Probably lately you've done a lot of sitting, so this is really good to stretch the hip flexors and the psoas muscles in your legs and hips. And then reach the knee forward over the toes, sinking a little deeper into the mat. But not too deep, just go where you're feeling a sensation and then relax into it. The more you lift your chest in this pose, the deeper stretch you will get in those hip flexors. Good. Now come back to center, bringing the knee over the ankle and wing that. Actually, bring both blocks to the inside of that left foot, walking that left foot out to the side, and then see if you can wing that left knee out to the side and lower your hips down toward the earth. There you go. If you want to kind of twist toward that knee slightly, you can, or you can stay sitting forward, just how you are. Called winged dragon in yin. And bring that foot back down flat on the mat. And we'll just sink your hips a little bit lower to the earth. Good. Drop the shoulders, relax your head. Yin yoga is the opposite of all the other yoga. It's also the opposite of all the other exercise that you do. So it's about being still, being quiet, noticing what's happening in your body, your mind, and your heart. It's taking the time to let your thoughts work themselves out in your mind. Here for about 10 more breaths. next inhale, slowly come out. Come back to that tabletop position. Take any counter stretch that feels nice. Maybe sway your hips side to side or hip circles. Or stretching one foot back at a time. And from here, let's start to stretch our upper back. So you're going to drop down to your elbows. Okay, yeah, we don't need the blocks for now. And then walk the knees back toward the door, back behind your hips. Good. Now, lower the hips down to the heels. So like you're going to do child's pose. So lift it back and then drop your chest to the ground, drop your head to the ground. There you go. Now, so it's kind of like child's pose. This is called melting heart. The difference is your knees will be under your hips. So walk your knees back a little bit more. There you go, a little bit more. Perfect. So they'll be in line with your hips. And you're melting that heart down to the ground. Like if I was to come around and place a bolster on your back, like a big thick pillow, it would help melt your heart down to the earth. So you're kind of making a cave in your back. This is great for stretching your lower back and your upper back. If you've been sitting at a computer all day, this is a great stretch to do. Notice where you're holding on to tension. Is your jaw clenched? Relax your jaw, relax your face. This is also an excellent pose if you have anxiety. This is a great pose to get in to relieve that anxiety. And just a reminder, you can always come out of any of these poses whenever you need to. You don't need to stay in them just because I tell you to. Here for about 10 more breaths. Imagine you're letting go with each exhale. Let go of your day, your week, your month. Next inhale, slowly rise back up to tabletop, hands and knees. And then we're going to lower down to our belly. All the way down. You don't need to do a perfect push-up to get there, but it's okay to do. And then take your elbows underneath your shoulders and your hands out like the number 11. There you go. Bring the elbows right underneath your shoulders a little bit more. Perfect. And this is called Sphinx pose. So in Yin class, you want to focus on relaxing the bottom of your rib cage all the way down to your toes. So relax your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your calves. And then you want to pull your shoulder blades together on your back, kind of pinching them and lift the chest up. There you go. We're just going to do that first. And then relax your chin to your chest. There you go. Relax the back of your legs, your glutes. Sometimes you have to keep reminding yourself of that. This is also a great stretch for your lower back and shoulders. You can take the block and place it under your forehead to give your head a little place to rest.
I like that.
Again, reminder to soften your belly, your jaw, the whole back side of your body. You can close your eyes or keep them halfway open. We'll stay here for 10 more breaths. Next, inhale, lift your head, move the block out to the side and lower all the way down to the ground. Cross your hands at the top of your mat, rest your forehead on your hands. You can rock your forehead side to side. And try taking your thumbs to your temples and give yourself a little temple massage. Good. And take your heels up to the sky, so bend your knees. Take your heels up to the sky and then windshield wiper slowly your feet side to side. That kind of helps release the lower back. Good. Bring the feet back down. And from here, take your arms out wide like the letter T. So you want to have your arms straight out of their sockets. So bring them up a little bit more toward them here, right there. Good. And take the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Keep the right arm straight out how it is. And you're going to press into the left hand and roll up onto your right side of your body. Yep. So you're going to roll up all the way onto the side like this. And rest the head down to the mat. You want a block under your head? Okay. But you can stay here If you want to add to this, you can bend the top leg and take that left foot. Take that foot behind the right leg. And you can kind of wing that left knee behind you, taking a little twist. You don't have to do that. You can just keep your legs straight, stacked on top of each other. So if it's too intense, just come back onto your side. Can you rest your head down to the mat? There you go. How does that feel on your shoulder?
The bicep.
Bicep. Walk your hand this way a little bit more. The right hand. There. Okay. We'll be here for another 10 breaths. Make sure you're listening to your body on this pose especially. You don't want to hurt yourself. So just go to where you feel that sensation and relax. Got 5 more breaths here. And slowly roll back down to your belly. Take your left arm out so you're at that letter T again. And just take a couple breaths here, noticing how you feel on either side, either arm. And when you're ready, you're going to take that right hand underneath the right shoulder, roll up onto that. Hold on, before you roll up, move this left arm down a little, right there. Now roll up onto the left arm. Good. From the left side of your body, rest your head down to the mat. You can bend that top leg if you'd like and bring it out, wing it out to the side, or keep it stacked on top of the other. You could bring that left hand a little bit toward the mirror, right there. It's hard to see behind you if your arm is straight out of the socket, so it really does help if you have somebody to tell you if it is. Just try to relax here. Close your eyes. About 10 more breaths. out of it onto your belly. Take both hands out again like the letter T. Take a couple breaths here. Let your body adjust. And since you're already in this pose, we'll go on to bow tie in Yin. And for this one, you're going to cross your arms underneath you, and you're just going to bring your shoulders up over the arms. So you kind of inch your body forward over your arms a little bit. So they'll be crossed right under your chest, right in front of your chest. Yep. And then stretch your arms out. And then you just lower your head and body down to the ground. You feeling a stretch in your upper back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
For reals.
Now I've got you tied up into a bow. Try to relax here. We stretch the front part of our chest and shoulders, and now it's time to stretch the back. This one is also so great for working at a computer, hunched over, or texting, anything that requires you looking down. This is really going to help open the upper shoulders up. It's really just letting gravity do the work here. So allow your breathing to become soft. Relax your lower back, your lower body. Relax your belly. You can also roll up your towel or blanket and place that under your chest to give you a little bit more height if you need it. Got about 10 more breaths here. The reason we hold each pose for 3 to 5 minutes in Yin is it takes the body 3 minutes to fully relax in a posture. So that's why we hold them so long, because you want to get into the fascia and the deep connective tissues in this class. We're not really just stretching the muscles. We're trying to target deeper than that. Next inhale, slowly unwind. So you have the right arm crossed on top. You can just stretch the arms out to the side, just like you did with your arms out like the letter T. Take a couple breaths here, allowing your body to adjust. You're ready, we'll take the left arm on top of the right, crossed underneath our chest, just how we had it, for bow tie on the other side. Yep. And you'll kind of inch your shoulders over your arms slightly to get a nice deep stretch in your upper back. And relax your body down, relax your head down. Soften your back side of your body. case you don't know, the fascia is kind of like this thin sweater-like material that kind of encases all of your insides. And that's kind of what we're trying to stretch here in this Yin Yoga class. So normally in regular yoga classes, we stretch the muscles, and they do get stretched in this class as well. But we're targeting the fascia. We're targeting the joints. Which is why it's important to soften your muscles. Relax the muscles around the targeted area. Soften your jaw. Try to notice what is tensed up in your body right now and try to soften that area. We'll be here for about 10 more breaths. Next inhale, slowly come out of that. Take your arms out wide like you had them. Take a couple breaths in that letter T position. And then we'll roll onto our back. And give your knees a hug into your chest when you get there. That happens. All right, now lower down, lower your legs down, straighten them down your mat. And open your palms, face up to the sky. I'm just gonna weigh you down. So I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And place this on you for a grounded feeling. You can weigh yourself down with props, blankets, pillows. Kind of helps give you a grounded feeling. And after you've taken 3 deep breaths, allow your body to melt down into your mat. Begin to relax your face, your jaw, your neck. Let your shoulders soften down to the mat. Let your arms feel heavy. Soften your belly. Let your hips melt down to the mat. Relax your kneecaps, your calves, and your ankles. Just let your feet flop open. Relax the tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, and your toes. Let your breath become soft and gentle. Bring awareness back to your breath. Begin to move your fingers and toes. And roll over to your left side of your body. When you get there, inhale the biggest breath of the day.